Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. It is December 24th. And has this month flown by for everyone or just for me? Because I feel like it has completely flown by. I'm sorry if I'm squinting. The sun is out today and it is just beating down through that window. And I even have the blinds closed and it's just super bright. So let's get started with some Advents. We've got some chocolate from my Secret Santa and a sticker that says positive energy. And today's colorway is this absolutely beautiful blue. Oh, it's so pretty. Then we've got Three Loves, day 24. Isn't her packaging so cute? I don't know if I showed you guys. These are her boxes that she had her Advents wrapped in this year. She did such a great job with presentation. So today from Three Loves, wow, isn't that pretty? So Three Loves is my local yarn shop. If you're new here, Three Loves is my local yarn shop, and she partnered with a yarn dyer who's a few hours away from us, Trilogy Yarn, and they partnered together and put an Advent together that had hand-dyed yarn by Trilogy, and it was called, her theme was the things we love, or the things I love, or something like that. And so it was all the things that she likes to have around her when she's knitting. So that was kind of a fun Advent. So I want to say 12 of them had yarn and 12 of them had notions and things. So yeah, that was a fun one. Today, and this was the one where we were counting backwards. So this is Gem State Yarn, and she is in Coeur d'Alene, and her theme this year was holiday treats. And so she would hand dye the yarn and then we would guess the treat, and she has the treat written behind these stickers. So each day you would remove a sticker to reveal the colorway name, which was fun. Today we've got some natural green hand cream. This is Cherry Blossoms. But that's lovely. Oops. It's got a little sealer thing. Maybe if I was more patient, you wouldn't have to sit through watching me do this. Oh yeah, that's nice. Very nice. So today's colorway, ooh, nice cherry blossoms. Here is today's colorway. So what holiday treat? Pumpkin pie? What do you think? Sweet potatoes of some sort? That's my guess. Let's see what sticker number 2 reveals. This one is called Roasting Meats. I can see that. Roasting Meats. I'm going to go take that squeaky toy away from Miracle. I will be right back. That was not Miracle. I owed her an apology. I made a very loud announcement for those dogs and said, I'll be recording. Please don't squeak while I'm recording. And Mr. was the culprit. So day 24 for Wheat State Wool. And this one was the Southwest theme, and it was, I thought, fingering, but when I got it, I was pleasantly surprised by their DK because it is a very pleasant yarn. This is Stone of Life. I think the part about Southwest colorways that attracts me is the teal with the brown. I love that combination so much. And this colorway right here, for me, it's got some of the rust, like the clay in there. That's just beautiful. Love that. So Little Lycac yarn. Her theme was the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Today's colorway is called The Hunting of the White Stag, and that is just the palest of pale yellows. I mean, it's pale. Lovely, but very pale. Mouse Witch yarns. Ooh. Very nice. Look at that. I love that. That makes me think of like strawberry dipped chocolates. Chocolate dipped strawberries. Chocolate dipped strawberries or cherries. That's what I think of with that. Definitely a dessert. Not that this was holiday treat oriented, but that's beautiful. And then Lofty Loops. Today's colorway is Aurora Borealis. And I'll tell you, that is something that it's one of those things where you take it for granted. You don't realize what you have when you have it. So I was born and raised in Alaska. And I moved from Alaska about 3 years ago. And that's when I started to hear people talk about how it's on their bucket list to see the Aurora Borealis or the Northern Lights. And I grew up watching them. I grew up with them over my home. I grew up watching them, and I just never realized what a natural just piece of art they really are. And so anyway, I'll be excited to see what this colorway is. There you go. And I will say the colors can be that vibrant, but I would see a lot more blue or green. But that is beautiful. Very, very nice. So that is it for Advents today. It is Christmas Eve. I am feeling so much better than I did yesterday. I feel like I'm ahead of the game right now in all areas. And I got up this morning. I got my final ornament finished. How great is that? A little elf. I even have the little dangly bit on there. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Now, I haven't talked much on these last few episodes or about what's coming and what to expect. So there are lots of things upcoming that Anthony and I have going on with our channel. And I have tried not to share them during Vlogmas because not everybody watches Vlogmas. So, but one of them actually starts today. So the very first YouTube channel I ever watched that was knitting related was Angela over at Yarn and Yarns. And I've heard her go by Ange and Angela. I've never had any direct communication with her, but she is such a lovely person. and she has shared so much on her channel, and she was the very first knitting YouTube channel I ever started watching. And each year she does the 12 cast-ons of Christmas. So if you're not familiar with her, or if you're familiar with her but you're not familiar with her 12 cast-ons of Christmas, go over to her channel, because every other year before this year, she would do, because I've always watched, it's always been a spectator thing for me. She would do these 12 cast-ons of Christmas, and she would do them a cast-on a day for the first 12 days starting Christmas Eve. And that was just a lot for me to cast on 12 things in 12 days. And then last year or the year before, people started participating with her. And even then, and she has said, if you want to join in on this with me, you're welcome. You don't have to do 12. You can do as many as you're comfortable with. She's such a encouraging person for the community that she has built around her channel. And I just love that about her. Well, this year she's doing her 12 cast-ons of Christmas a little bit differently. And because of some things going on in her life, she is making it a little easier for me to jump on board. So number one, you don't have to cast on 12 items. And number two, it starts today, Christmas Eve, and goes through the end of January. So cast on as many things as you would like from now until the end of January. Now, if you've watched my channel, you will know that for several months, I have worked really hard on getting things off of my needles. I worked on finishing up my whips. I worked on getting things off my needles. And in order for me to do that, I have, shopped and come across patterns and yarn. But when I came across something, I would put it in a project bag. So it's got the pattern, it's got the yarn, and I would put it in a project bag. So when I was ready to cast on, I wouldn't forget the things that I was so excited to cast on. So I have a few bags like that. And then I have a few bags like this one. And this bag has yarn in it, but no pattern. So I know that I want to do something with that. I know I want it to be a top, but I haven't found the right pattern. I have several project bags where I have been just setting these things aside so that I wouldn't forget that I wanted to do them. And that allowed me this headspace to focus on what I had on the needles without worrying that I was going to forget these things that I was so excited about. So with that being said, I am going to be participating in Yarn and Yarn's 12 cast-ons of Christmas. So there will be another episode today where I'm talking about that cast-on. I will be doing, I can't say I'll be doing 12, but I will be doing several cast-ons between now and the end of January. And I will put an episode up for each one of those. So I hope everybody is doing so great and you're ready for the holiday. It's tomorrow. Christmas is tomorrow. I'm super excited to be spending it with my kids, and I'm so excited for Alex that she gets it with her family, and it's just going to be wonderful. I want to thank everybody for the well wishes. I am feeling a lot better today. Thank you so much for all of your comments and just your thoughtful words. You have been very appreciated. So with that, I'm going to go, and I will see you guys on Christmas. Bye. I did so good and had all of the great things to say after I opened my Advents. And then as I was getting everything put away and organized, I remembered something that several of you may have been thinking, well, wait a minute, Tanya, didn't you do the sock Advent by Mouse Witch Yarns? Well, yes, I did. And today is Sunday, which means I have a package that says open December 24th. So when I got this part I think was stuck on some tape. And so I've been waiting to open this one because this was a little bit open, and of course it couldn't be the first package. It had to be the last one. So it has sat on the shelf without me peeking. So open on December 24th. It's today. Today is the 4th and final skein for Mouse Switch Yarns sock advent. And what she has done is she had a full skein of yarn, and she has a contrasting mini. So a 100-gram skein and a 20-gram mini. And she has them wrapped together. And what I've done in the previous weeks, because there's, I think, been 3 of the 4 that I've had to come back and redo and do an add-on for this one because it slips my mind because it's not a daily thing. So we're going to open this, and I'm going to look away and let you guys see it first because that's been a fun thing to do. Is it beautiful? Is it contrasting? Can you see it? Just holler if you can't see it. Okay. Oh, look, you guys, that's got stellina in it. That's beautiful. Look at that. Yep. 5% stellina. Oh, that's beautiful. That's lovely. Can you see, is the sun, can you see the stellina in that? It's beautiful. Okay, guys, that really is all for real this time. Okay, see you tomorrow on Christmas.
Good morning, good evening, or good night. It is December 24th, Christmas Eve, and it is 12:30 in the afternoon. So, yes. So we're going to do my stitch marker advent. Let's see what we get. Ooh. Got a firefly. No, not firefly. A dragonfly. Yep, right there. All right. In kind of a rush because my mom, she has an appointment, and this is the only time that I can record because after the appointment she's gonna go and stay the night with my little sister. So oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. What is he? He's like a bull mastiff or an American pit bull, or his name's Frank. His name's Frank. And he's white, just a little bit of, or brown, a little bit of white in there. You can see on his chest, he's got some white on there. And she sent something else. Oh, yep. Road trip sock. Yeah, road trip sock yarn. You can see the wheels and road trip, like in there you see a little steering wheel. Yep. Road trip sock yarn. All right, it was good talking to you guys. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Sorry, I forgot. I'm gonna show you guys my progress on my shortest day wrap. So the last time that you guys saw it, I was doing this color right here. And I think I was at right around here. And so now I've added a whole other row. I'm gonna be adding on to here. I'm gonna be adding on another color because this row is done. It's kind of hard to see where this row ends and this begins, but I found it and I counted up 10 rows, and yeah, so.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Looks great. Are you still enjoying it?
I am.
Good.
Yep. I've been practicing the lathe.
Oh yeah.
Been doing that a whole lot.
Mhm.
And
Very good.
yeah. All right, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, happy Christmas Eve.
Today is the 21st.
What's in your mouth? Chipmunk?
Puppies.
Little chipmunk?
Okay.
Cookie! Okay, so what is today?
24th.
Mm.
Bing! Firefly! Woo! And the earrings. Huh. Pretty. There's one, so I don't really get a choice. But I'm kind of excited. Farting patty! Smells like blueberry. Woo! Woo! Back.
Now push it back in. Push it back in.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have learned
Get in there.
not to do this at your. Can't get it in. I can't get it in.